Virginia is rolling out a program to partner state prosecutors with federal counterparts in a continued effort to get violent repeat offenders off the streets.
Virginia Attorney General Jason Miyares joins us with more. So great to see you this morning, Mr. Attorney General. Thanks for joining us. So you've had this program in place where you go after these areas where prosecutors are refusing to actually prosecute crimes in their districts, and you hook them up with state and federal prosecutors. How successful has the program been?
It's been a remarkable turnaround in Virginia. When we took office, Governor Youngkin and Winsome and I, our murder rate in Virginia was a 20-year high. Our violent crime rate was a 30-year high. Our addiction death rate was the highest ever recorded in Virginia history. And we've seen a remarkable turnaround because what we saw was so much of the crime that was happening in Virginia was particularly happening in 13 localities. And we were also seeing roughly, a rough estimate, roughly 5% of felons committing over 50% of the violent felonies. So we wanted to go in these areas. We wanted to target these repeat violent offenders. We wanted to investigate them, indict them, and prosecute them. And the turnaround has been utterly remarkable. We've seen a 1/3 drop in the murder rate statewide, but from our ceasefire cities, 66% drop of the contributing to that, and a double-digit drop on our violent crime rate. And then also, a lot of it was also getting back in our schools. We had a great anti-gang initiative, Virginia Rules, that was teaching these kids, because what we saw during COVID, we took in immediately after COVID in 2021, our schools had been closed during COVID, our after-school sports and activities and churches, but the gangs had not. They had continued to recruit young people. And so we also want to make sure we got back into our schools with an anti-gang message. And so it's been one of the most remarkable turnarounds we've ever seen. But the number we're most proud of is we aggressively also went after these fentanyl dealers. My office alone has prosecuted and gotten enough fentanyl off the streets of Virginia that would have killed 7 million Virginians. So Virginia was not top 10, not top 5. We were the #1 state in the entire country in the reduction in addiction deaths. So we're incredibly proud of the work that's happened there to make Virginians safe with Operation Ceasefire. And it's been working, and we want to just expand it here in Virginia.
Jason, we've been talking all morning about what President Trump is doing in Washington, D.C., the results he's seeing as well. My question to you, because this program has been going for a while, this federal-state partnership and this focus on crimes and reducing gangs, et cetera. What has been the reaction? In other words, will there be a political upside for parties, for AGs, for presidents, for, the party that decides to do what you're doing, what President Trump is doing in D.C.? Will there be a political reward for that? What's the feedback you're getting?
Well, I don't really see this as a right versus left issue. I think it's a right versus wrong issue, and it's just right to be able to stand up with victims and go after these violent repeat offenders. But this is what I have found. I think one of your core roles in public servanthood, whether you're in Congress, a governor, attorney general, or president, is making sure your citizens are not looking over their shoulder in fear. And what broke my heart when I came into this office is I was going into communities and hearing from so many citizens that were too afraid to even walk down the street to their local grocery store. One citizen said, I remember when I used to walk down the streets in this town with no fear, and now all I do is I go home at night, lock my door, I don't go out, I'm too nervous about what's happening. And so I do think quality of life matters, and when you're too afraid to go live because your fear of crime, it completely changes the fabric of the community.
You don't have to live like this.
Right, you don't. And communities want safety.
No question.
That's not a new thing. It's an obvious common sense thing. Attorney General Jason Miyares, thank you for taking time.
Great to see you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.